Chapter 21. The Fallen. Blood-woven chains. The tension in the reborn fields of Gallia thickened like storm clouds rolling in from the north. Illyria straightened slowly, her radiant golden aura flickering unsteadily at the edges as if an unseen cold wind tugged at it. The once sweet fragrance of freshly healed soil and blooming wildflowers, remnants of her hours spent mending the war-torn land, now soured with the sharp, metallic tang of incoming blood magic. Around her, the mortals stirred with growing unease. Farmers tightened their grips on pitchforks and scythes. Battered paladins raised dented shields etched with fading, holy symbols. And wide-eyed children clutched their parents' legs, peeking out with mixtures of fear and fragile hope. Kale stepped closer to her side, his shadowed blade drawn and humming with restrained, volatile power. The faint black veins crawling along the once pure white steel pulsed faintly, reacting to the distant darkness. "How many?" he asked, his voice low and edged with battle readiness, though doubt flickered behind his eyes. "Too many to count with certainty," Illyria whispered, her divine senses straining against the oily, hateful presence pressing down upon them. "Malazan leads them personally." I feel Zarik's shadow coiled behind him like a serpent ready to strike. "This isn't merely an attack. It's the beginning of a ritual. They mean to chain me here." A lanky farmer boy, no older than 16, with dirt-streaked cheeks and a pitchfork longer than he was tall, stepped forward hesitantly, his voice cracked with fear. "Goddess, are we going to die here? After everything you've healed? After you gave us hope again?" Illyria turned to face the growing crowd of hundreds of refugees, survivors, and newly inspired faithful. Her expression remained calm and radiant. Though her heart ached at the vulnerability she had placed upon them, she raised her hands, sending a gentle wave of golden light rippling outward. It steadied trembling limbs, eased panicked breaths, and kindled faint sparks of courage in their eyes. "We will not run," she declared, her voice carrying across the fields like warm sunlight breaking through gathering clouds. "Zarek and his servants thrive on fear and despair. Today, we deny them that feast. You are not frightened prey. You are the people who survived the breaking of the old world. Stand with me now and we will survive this too." Kale nodded grimly and lifted his sword. "I'll hold the front line. If they want the mother, they'll have to carve through me first." Illyria placed a gentle hand on his armored shoulder. Pure creation magic flared against the shadow clinging to him, sending bright golden sparks dancing against obsidian darkness. For a fleeting moment, the corruption on his blade recoiled like burned flesh. "You are more than a weapon, Kale," she said softly, searching his conflicted gaze. "You carry both light and shadow within you now. Use them wisely. I will not lose you to this darkness, not after everything we've endured." Before Kale could reply, the sky tore open to the north with a sickening, wet, ripping sound as if reality itself were being flayed. A jagged, blood-red rift bled into existence, staining the horizon a deep, poisonous crimson. From the wound poured the red wizards, dozens of crimson-robed figures, wearing bone-white masks, carved with screaming faces and obsidian talismans that dripped viscous black ichor. At their head levitated Lord Malazan, his deathly albino skin gleaming like polished marble under the rift's glow. The intricate black tattoos across his body writhed like living veins, as though tasting the fear in the air. Malazan's blood-red eyes locked onto Illyria with predatory hunger. His filed teeth flashed in a cruel, delighted smile as his oily voice slithered across the fields, magically amplified to echo in every ear. "Mother of all things," he purred, spreading his arms wide in mock reverence. "How generous of you to gather so many tender souls in one place. The Scalaments will feast well tonight. Your precious creation magic has made them all so vibrant." A grizzled paladin near Kale, his armor still scorched from previous battles, spat on the ground in defiance. "You'll have to kill every last one of us first, you pale-blooded freak." Malazan let out a cold, wet laugh that slithered under the skin. That can be arranged, old man. Your screams will make excellent kindling. He snapped his fingers with theatrical flair. The ground trembled violently. From the earth erupted thick, glistening chains of congealed blood, barbed and pulsating with dark energy, whipping upward like striking serpents. Several farmers cried out in terror as the chains lashed toward them, seeking limbs and throats. Illyria thrust both hands forward. A brilliant dome of golden light exploded outward, encasing her followers. The first wave of blood chains slammed into the barrier and shattered into steaming crimson mist. "Hold the line," Illyria commanded, her voice ringing with divine authority. "Kale, protect the flanks. Do not let them encircle us." Kale roared and charged forward, his shadowed blade slicing through 3 chains in a single, powerful arc. Where the darkness on his sword met the blood magic, both forces hissed and burned in a violent reaction. "Come on then," he bellowed at the advancing wizards. "Let's see if your blood tastes as foul as it smells, you cowards." Malazan's eyes narrowed with cruel amusement as he floated closer. The fallen paladin speaks. "How quaint. Your corruption suits you, boy. Perhaps we'll let you live long enough to watch while we wrap your precious goddess in blood-woven chains." Imagine it is Illyria, the Eternal Mother, screaming for mercy on her knees. 2 red wizards behind him began chanting in guttural, ancient tones. A swirling vortex of shadow and blood formed between them, growing larger and more violent with every syllable, pulling at the souls of the mortals nearby. Illyria felt another sharp, icy spike in her chest, the hateful gaze of Zarek watching from afar, hungry for her pain. She whispered under her breath, more to steel herself than for anyone else to hear. "Not today. These people are under my protection." The clash of steel, magic, and desperate cries began in earnest across the fields.